iReform means to me a vehicle to provide information for parents and community members so that they can fight for their children. We know that the most important thing we can do as a society is make sure we educate our young people. And we know that parents are an indispensable part of making sure that young people receive the kind of education they deserve. Parents can't fight and advocate for their children to the highest level unless they have information and knowledge about what's happening in the school, about what's not happening in the school, and about the ways in which they can impact what's happening in the school. And at the same time, make sure they create an environment at home that's conducive for children learning and reaching all their potentials.
For far too long, the voice of our community has not been properly respected in improving schools and around education reform. Oftentimes, parents are out of the room and not at the table. And parents understand greater than anyone the need to have great schools. I would encourage any iReform parent, by virtue of their application to iReform, to stay committed, to honor the commitment they've made, and to hold iReform as an organization accountable to what it says it's going to do in the city of Newark.
iReform has provided me tools where I can be an advocate for my child's school. Not only for my child, but for all children of Newark.
Don't be embarrassed to speak up. Don't be shy, because sometimes it doesn't fall too far from the tree. If the child can't express themselves, sometimes they might say, well, maybe the parent can't express themselves, or they're not vocalizing what their thoughts really are.
The tips that I would give other parents is I would suggest that they join iReform.
But it's also very important that we realize that if all children aren't doing well, no child is ultimately going to do well because we're all interconnected.